I'm sure we don't want to consider that kind of situation as saying that security situation is stable.
I think there's a grave situation, and this parliament must send a fact-finding mission to Sierra Leone to investigate this major violation. It's not the first time, it's not the second time, it's the third time. The second issue in Sierra Leone is that less than a year to election, Sierra Leone is still trying to change the electoral law. They're still trying to change the election law to work in the favor of the ruling establishment. I think it's quite alarming, and maybe the Sierra Leone delegation need to speak to this again.
On the issue of the election law, the head of delegation was no mention this, that 1 year to the election you are trying to change the election law. It's not just a law, it's changing the system, where the law obviously affects the system. Now the system is trying to bring into place a proportional representation. But Chair, for the short of my political life, proportional representation is done where there are no defined electoral boundaries. And the law of the delegation of Sierra Leone can bear me out of this. If whatever their law say, I will be willing to listen to them. How do you want to move to a proportional representation when there are clearly defined political boundaries, when there are clearly established political constituencies, but yet you want to move to proportional representation as though there are no laws and order? The last time I remember there was proportional representation in Sierra Leone was when the war had just ended. There was no system, there were no laws. I think they did that. Similar thing happened in Liberia, but after recovery now, after all these years, how come you want to move to proportional representation when there are clearly defined political?
Oh my God! Sorry guys, I fixed my mic back again. No voice. Thank you, guys. But that's the fact, guys. I'm just going over that video again. I'm just going over that video. Sorry, there was no sound there. I mute my mic. I was saying something to my son back here. But we're back. Guys, can you imagine? Sata Lamin was raped. Sierra Leone fought the most brutal rebel war, guys. This is why I'm talking about these things. This is why we're bringing these things to the forefront. Because why? You see, when injustice is permeating in a nation, when injustice is bokuna any country, what did they bring come? Now rebellion. And when rebellion come, what did they get for suffer? The innocent people. Salona who fought the most brutal rebel war you can ever think of in a country. Then cut people the head, then cut people the hand, please the woman them belly, cut them, foot them, torture people them not to come on. Do all kind of wicked things to people. Salona fought the most terrible rebel war. Nothing really surprise you about Sierra Leone when you see certain things. Sierra Leone have not fought the worst war you can ever think about. The most egregious crimes were committed in Sierra Leone by the Kamajors. What did they do with people them? Some of these people, what did they do? Leprosy in the soldier man and they catch them, cut their head and put them in a tick, now then checkpoints them. They did these things in Sierra Leone. They committed the most egregious crime. Sata Lamin was raped by 7 men in Kailahun. Why? Because he supported a political party. So you have people like Honorable Chino Majuba of the APC, the Kade Yumkelas, they are sitting there. They cannot ever mention anything there at the well of parliament. Honorable Cherry Coco has never come out here to say, a whole woman was raped, then the man then take the hand and put her inside in private part. Wanna listen to this video? Wanna listen to this? Guys, you know, we're gonna bring you guys the evidence. Mara Biosai cannot help you guys anymore, but to say 1 second time, they get your position and they sit down and they watch, then they call it and they play. Then they pay them people salary. Mami boss where they sell pepper and market in tax where they collect. Then they go pay them guy and they live lavish life, but they need to do their work and pay them for. Almost person in a salon, we go get in job, you know they do the job, then they left and they. But you get useless idiots in the diaspora where they support them politicians there. Because again, the life light, everything sweet for them. When I watch this video of Sata Lamin, where they explain his story, they want to see why we did on social media for make sure say these leaders of the opposition, they go play the role they're supposed to play. Salon people go be aware, no matter what. When I watch this video.